Hey everyone, I thought we might as well go live a little earlier. I'm here already. I know we got 11 minutes to go. So for anyone that joins in at the time I originally set it, which was at 4 o'clock, hey, who cares, right? I'm just going a bit live right now, mainly because I'm all set up and I can see some of you. There's about 4 of you that were in the room right now. So I thought, hey, might as well go live. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay, though. Just confirm that if you can. That would be great. Just confirm the sound is fine and the video is coming through okay as well. That would help. Or not. If you can't see or hear me, do let me know as well. Because sometimes YouTube lives can be a bit funny. I've got tea here, by the way, which is really weird for me to have tea because it is so cold. Hey, Emmanuel, can you just confirm? Can you see and hear me okay? It is freezing out there. Just went and collected my son from school, but it's absolutely freezing. Great to see Fabric, Stacy, Chris, Emmanuel, Pavlier. Excellent. Everything's okay. Yeah, and I want to say thanks to Chris. It's actually Chris who put the idea in my head because I was trying to work out how do we switch to live chats or try and accommodate people who are in America, because I did feel like when I do the midday live chats, it was a little bit unfair for a lot of people because it was really early morning. But Chris gave the idea of, well, why don't you alternate? And I was really glad. As soon as I read that, I was like, yeah, absolutely. You can smell the tea. It's just standard tea, but it is super cold. MLM, Warehouse, Fabric Texture, Gene, hope you're all okay. Fabric, I hope you saw my comments, your question above. Site Origins CSS is a super awesome plugin, and I might show it to you on screen if you've never used it before. But if you've got like an extra plugin or something on your website, in fact, I will put it on screen, and you want to alter some of it, but you're not sure of how to do it with a bit of custom CSS. Site Origin CSS, which is completely free, is super awesome and super good to do. Hey Richard, Toramalos Hoy, hope you're okay from Spain. So I'm just going to try and log in and just show you an example of the website. Okay, I don't know if I've actually got it installed on this website. Let me just check. Yes, I have. Okay, right. So if I just share my screen. Hey D, hope you're okay. So over here, I've got this plugin called Site Origin CSS. It's completely free. If I go to CSS editor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the home page. Okay, so this is now going to show us the home page. I need to remove this part, actually, the mastery module, which has ended. Let's say there was something on my website I wanted to alter. So I'm going to go to the cart page, right? I'm going to go to the cart page. Now, technically there should be nothing here, but there might be something on here. This is the cart page, right? And I want to alter, say, I don't know, you see this bit here where it says 2 easy ways to pay? You see this bit here? When I click it, 2 easy ways to pay, I have to wait a moment. You have to click it and you have to wait for about 3 seconds, 5 seconds. Come on, it's not doing it. Normally when you click it, it works. Don't know why it's not working. It's not working. This is ridiculous, isn't it? Hey, advanced developers, what is the future of page builders in the next 20 years? I think they'll just keep developing and getting better and better. I would like to think, why is that not working? Why is that not working? So I'm just trying to work out what's going on here. For some reason, my Site Origin CSS doesn't seem to be working. Okay, wait, okay, let me just do it on here. And you see this apply coupon button over here. If I click the apply coupon, what it will allow me to do is down here now, if I was to go over here and I was to say, okay, make the font of this be 50 font, like that, look at that. It's gone to 50. If I want to put it in italic, if I want to change the text color to be something like that. Sometimes you have to play around with it. Okay, so this is not a great example that I'm doing at the moment. But the idea is that if I was to go here and apply some padding of about, I don't know, 20. Why is that not working? I must have done something somewhere. For some reason, Site Origins isn't working well for me at the moment. But Site Origins CSS is normally a really, really, really recommended tool if you are trying to modify aspects of your website for free. Advanced developers, where do I see web page builders going in the next 20 years? Some will come and go, mate. You're going to have some page builders, right, that are going to die. It happens, right? You're going to have some page builders that go from strength to strength. You're going to have some that morph into something else. Look at Oxygen and Breakdance. They went from one, now you got Breakdance, right? Things will change, and that's just the way it is. And I would say, please don't forget to hit like. That's the reason why I'm playing around with bricks, because I like using Elementor. But if something ever went wrong with Elementor, I like to have bricks in my back pocket as well for an emergency if I had to start using that. Don't forget to hit, Microtheme is a good one as well. Microtheme you can use for free as well. So I would say, Pavel, try and do that. Hey, Taylor Rose, hope you're okay. Sorry if I'm late. And Akram as well. Sorry if I'm late. A tutorial. Actually, I'll do something better for you. I'll do something better for you. Hold on. Okay, I'll hold on, mate. Hold on. Let me give you this. Okay. So this is all. Hey, David Wells, how you doing? So this is for Fabric. Okay. Go and watch this video. There you go. Go watch the video. All right. The video is already done, so you can go away and watch that. How you all doing? How's your Tuesday going so far? I've actually been spending the bulk of the latter part of the morning and quite a bit of the afternoon putting together a script, because I'm going to record a video about how, when you're starting off a web design agency. And I reckon it's going to be about an hour and a bit long or something like that. But rather than me just going off the cuff, which is what I like to do when I record videos, I don't do scripts. This one is going to be scripted, mainly because I want to make sure I cover it methodically and properly. And also, it might help me to slow down when I'm talking as well, because it's going to be quite a detailed one about clients, social media marketing, pricing, discovery calls, setting up, business model, project management. It's got quite a lot going in there. So I wanted to make sure I covered it off. And I was going to actually do 6 small videos. I was going to do 6 small ones, and I thought better that I just do one big one, and it will be time stamped. So you pick and choose what bits you want to watch. But I really want to get it out there because I feel like it's the same kind of thing I talk about a lot during the live chats or privately to someone, and I really just want to get it in kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely, D. Yeah, in about 3 hours, we've got the England and the Wales game, which should be quite exciting. I don't have high hopes for the England-Wales game, if I'm honest. I have a sneaky feeling that Wales are going to be really tight with their defence, like, park the bus, and England are just going to run out of ideas. I have a bad feeling. It's going to be one of those, it's all hyped up, a bit like the England and USA match, all hyped up, and then it was just like, no goals, which is never great. MLM Warehouse, site builders will start using AI. Now that's interesting because I was thinking of that this weekend, believe it or not. I did start wondering, like, could you just, for instance, open a page builder and you then type dentist website, and you put in your colors and whatever, and it generates a website. Or it gives you 5 versions, and then you pick one you like, and then you go in and modify it. Now, if that happens, that's not a totally bad thing, because it speeds up what we do. Some of you use templates. I don't like to use templates, but if you're using templates already, it's the same kind of thing, right? But you're still going to have to go in and modify it. So if it speeds things up, it's not a complete bad thing. Taylor Rose, I'm part of a team that manages over... Wow, Taylor, really? 1,500. Taylor, this is... Taylor, I'd love to know more. I mean, what I would definitely say is that, you know, these websites, Taylor, the reason why I keep recommending Elementor as well is that if ever the client wanted to look after the website themselves, Elementor is the easiest, one of the easiest page builders to train someone up on how to use it, right? Which is why I feel like it is really, really good. I mean, Kaya, what is better, Elementor or Bricks? If you want a really easy page builder, Elementor all day long. If you're going to hand the website over to someone, Elementor all day long. If you want to build a website where you start messing around with the class system and you're going to be a bit more intricate with what you do, then Bricks. I would not build a website with Bricks and just give it to a client because they could totally screw up the global class system. You know the classes, the yellow bit? They could easily pick a button, change it, and then it affects every button on the website. And then they're like, oh, how did that happen? Then they change it and it changes again. So I would say Elementor and Bricks have their places. I mean, Taylor, when you say 1,500 websites, how did that happen? How is this like, how did this happen? I would love to know this. Like, did it happen by accident? Is it that you got a customer who has loads of offshoots? Therefore, with one main customer, you have all the subsidiaries or child recruitment agencies that are linked to it. So it's a bit like franchising in a way. So you build the master one, and then everyone that wants to be part of this recruitment network has to have a website that's built off the parent. Does that make sense? Richard. Do you know something, Richard? Sometimes I don't like watching football because it stresses me out. Ishan, WP Rocket, don't bother with NitroPack, mate. NitroPack, no one likes it. WP Rocket doesn't always work, I find, on some websites. 10 web is actually quite good. If I was going to use optimization, I would go with Autoptimize or 10 Web's Page Speed Booster or Fast Press. PHAST, Fast Press. One of those. Autoptimize would be my first choice. Then 10 Web Page Speed Booster. Then Fast Press. NitroPack, never. Never going to use NitroPack. Never going to use it. Never going to do that. David, generally, would you recommend rebuilding by the way, please don't forget to hit like if you have not already. And I want to say hi to everyone that's watching. And by the way, hi to everyone, especially from the American side of the world who usually missed out on these live chats. I hope you watch, like, and share, subscribe, let people know about it. Taylor, had to hop onto my desktop so that I can type faster. Nice one, Taylor. That's probably why we got the image change as well. David, generally, would you recommend rebuilding a website with a fresh WordPress installation or just duplicate the original? It depends on how bloated the back end is, David. So if they used loads of plugins and they had loads of images, and even after you've cleaned it and reset, you have doubts, I would say do a fresh installation because there might be something there that causes bloat, a delay, JavaScript, something. And what you got to weigh it up in is it easier to build from scratch? And 9 times out of 10, when I'm working on a client's website, hey, Mr. Gecko, hope you're okay. Time Pass as well, hope you're okay. And Pablo as well. I would say that 9 times out of 10, when we are rebuilding a website, we just rebuild from scratch. Yeah, John, don't you think 10 Web are good? What I like about 10 Web, and it's free, you can use it for free, is that if the score is not as high as you want, you can request that they look at it for free. So someone somewhere is going to look at it for free. And they might even improve it. Hey, Pickstar, how are you, my friend? I know you've got lots on and all of that. I know you've had lots on, but I hope you're okay, mate. Okay, Taylor, since the 90s, it's amazing retention rate. And I would say, Taylor, for you to have 1,500 clients on your books, I Well, I would love to say I'm not jealous, but I am pretty damn jealous, mate. Time Pass, you want to host an OTT app? What server should I use? To be honest, I have not got any expertise to recommend on that. So if anyone wants to jump in on that question from Time Pass Sounds, please just do it. Yeah, Pickstar. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, normal time, midday, GMT, UTC. Tuesday, Thursday, we're on at 4 p.m. UTC, GMT. Yeah, I'm telling you, mate, Vo Taylor, I mean, to have that much business, whatever income you're making from it, is what I call the sweet spot. And you got a team of 11 devs as well. That's what I call the American dream. Okay. David, I'm one of the American viewers that can join live with your latest start time. Yeah, no, the thing, I mean, I was very conscious that, look, I appreciate everyone, like literally everyone, but the bulk of our viewers on our YouTube channel are from the United States of America. And I felt like I've got to give them an opportunity as well to jump on and talk and share ideas, frustrations, have a rant, have an issue. I might not have the answer, you know. Hey, I know, to be honest, Pickstar, as soon as this live chat's over, I've got to crack on with my script for my video. I'm hoping I can record it tomorrow. I'm hoping I can release it on Friday. I'm hoping I can get it out on Friday because I think it will be a really good in-depth video about web design agency working. SiteGround, yeah, absolutely. So what I would say, Chris, is that with SiteGround, I have found their backup facility to be so goddamn reliable in the last 3 years. When I've got a website that sits on SiteGround, I don't go for I don't go for Updraft or WP Vivid. I don't go for 3 copies. I can be honest with you. Any other server, then I will go down the Updraft route on top of what the provider already provides. I will do, and I might regularly do an all-in-one migration download as well. But SiteGround has never failed me. Chris, never failed me. So Time Pass, how do we scale a WordPress website? There's no which shows how to, when I talk, I mean, horizontal scalability. What? You mean make it wider? I mean, I've got a video on there with how you can do that. You can put in a slider, and then you can actually make the website go that way with a tiny bit of code. In fact, there was no code. I don't think there was any code, or there might have been a code, or tiny bit of code. If you go to my channel, Time Pass, in fact, let me get you the video for it. Okay, you might want to watch this video. Seriously, you might want to watch this video because I think this is a killer video, all right? So Time Pass. Go watch that video, Time Pass. I've just pasted it for you. Can I recommend a hosting provider for e-commerce? Hey, nice to see, and you're from Argentina. It doesn't matter. Pablo, SiteGround is perfectly fine. 20i is perfectly fine. What I would say to you though is where are the main customers for that website going to be? Where's the main customers? So tell me where the main customers are for that. Hey, don't worry, Dave. I'm glad you're here, though. Yeah, I mean, the automatic backup facility from SiteGround is super, super good. Oh, right, Time Pass. I see what you mean now. No, I don't know enough to recommend anything on multiple servers. I'm not really a server person. You know, I know the basics. I know how to look after our websites and clients, but I don't get involved. I mean, multiple server, I'd be a bit worried about multiple servers. You know, Absolutely, John, you're right. Think about your analytics and insights. Yeah, I know. Do you know something, Pix? I'll tell you what it is, Pigstar. I'll tell you what it is with the typos. And there's no excuse for this because I go on about checking stuff all the time. Um, I'm literally going from one thing to another at the moment. It's like if I could just demonstrate what my day's like sometimes, it's like drop my son off at school, then I've got to get my social media posting done. But I gotta then I if you could just see the amount of emails and notifications I get every morning, you'll be shocked. And then an hour later, it fills up again. I went to pick my son up. I've come back to 22 emails. There's like two or three that were spam. The rest are like real emails. They're either people emailing me, people that want to collaborate, people, just some other stuff where there's a bit of back and forth going on or whatever. And it is, like, I'm not even going to tell you how much, like, what time I go sleep just to keep on top of stuff. But you are right, Pickstar. I do need to check my typos. Yeah, WP Engine, that's another good one as well. How about SiteGround on customer service? Yeah, SiteGround are really damn good. I've heard some people say, hey, Stratos, hey, look, take care, David. Glad you could be here, even though just for a short while. Please don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. It is super, super important. Kai, I have a client who wants a multilingual website with 5 different languages. G Translate. I think it's called G Translate, which is also known as Google Translate. That is a super, super good plugin and it's free. G Translate. You'll find it in the WordPress repository. Go to your plugins, add new G Translate. You'll find it there. That's really good. Yeah, I mean, I feel Time Pass like there is a part of me that wonders why would they want to do that? I kind of get why, but there's a part of me that goes, why would they want to have it on multiple server? Why didn't they just go to like a cloud server solution? Maybe. But SiteGround customer service, their technical knowledge, right? They don't bullshit you. They don't say, oh yeah, we'll come back to you. They don't leave you on hold. The live chat is super damn quick. Sometimes they will you'll ask them something and before you've known it, they've already logged in and done what you wanted. They've already fixed it. What they won't do is say, yeah, click on this link, give you a hyperlink, give you a massive PDF, and now you got to go away and read it, understand it, and do it yourself. Often they just do it for you, and it's so damn good. It's so damn good. Siddiq was hoping to move their e-commerce from Big to Woo. I'm worried about reliability. WooCommerce is super reliable. Well, okay. What I would say, D, is that a lot of this will depend on what you use. So let me give you an example. For one website, I think it's called Hoiker Wallet. Hoicker. Hoicker. Hoiker Wallet. Free plugin that we use on a competition website where if you have like a wallet or you've got like credit, store credit, you can apply that however you want. Okay, so Hoiker Wallet, which is free, works alongside WooCommerce, and it works really, really well. It works really, really well, super well. Okay, so I would say, don't feel afraid to use that. Do I need to put this light on? Nah. Tell me, I'm going to ask you all, purple light on or purple light off? Whoops. That's off. That's on. What would you prefer, on or off? On or off? Let me know what you think. MLM, to automate internal link building from WooCommerce product descriptions to a post. Ooh, so you want to automate? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I've never had to do that, you see, so that's why I'm a little bit unsure. On, wow, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna have to check the vote now. So far we've got one person who says off, which is Emmanuel. I'm really sorry, Emmanuel. I'm really sorry, Emmanuel. You know, love you loads, but it's on. It's on now. It is on. Just checking the questions coming in. Yes, so Gene, have I done a video with G Translate? Do you know something? I don't think I have done a video on G Translate, or maybe I have. I don't think I did a video, but I did do it. I talked about it in one of our live chats. In fact, it might be still on my client's website. When I say my client, I don't work with them anymore, but it should still be on their website. Okay, yeah, cool. Right, let me show you. Can you see this all okay? Right. So this is like a United Arab Emirates directory website that we built for this company, right? Okay. Can you see over here? Can you see here? We've got English and we've got the Arabic flag. I haven't used frames yet, Daniel, but I have got ACSS, but I do need to play around with it a bit more. I haven't played around with it fully. I've got to find time to do that this weekend. Right, can you see this here? You got English and Arabic. Watch the wording on the screen. Look at that. Look what it just did. Look, where's my finger? Look what it just did. Look how quick that was. Right? So what would happen is you would have the flag. So if you want to go in, hey Aljamaz. So if you want to, I mean, look, everything has changed. Even the filters, even the buttons, everything has changed to Arabic. So if you were going to have 5 countries or 6 countries, you have their flags at the top. You click the flag, kaboom, it just changes. That is super good. A free plugin. Right? WordPress. Super, super quick and easy. Gene, was that okay, Gene? I hope you saw that. Aris, Leon, how you doing? What's the best plugin to display Google reviews? WP Social Ninja. You want to be using this plugin. You want to be using WP Social Ninja, right? You want to be using this plugin. Let me get it for you. Here we go. Let me get the actual website link. Here we go. You want to be using this plugin, WP Social Ninja, okay? In fact, let's just go to the actual WordPress one. Here we go. WP Social Ninja. Look. In fact, look, they've even put my video on there because I reviewed them, which I think was pretty nice of them. But basically you get Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You also get, where is it? There you go. Look, Google My Business, Google Reviews, Airbnb, AliExpress, Amazon, Booking.com, TripAdvisor, Yelp, Fluent Forms. You get all of this stuff with the Google. So the WP Social Ninja plugin will give you that to get your Google reviews. Yep, did you get me? Does that help you? I think it should. It's a great plugin. And the fact it allows you to pull through Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube all in one, and it comes with a messenger bot all in one for free, because a lot of websites I've got this on use it for free. We don't need to go pro. Test it out. If you need to go pro, but it's flipping good. Flipping good, right? I'm telling you, it's flipping good. Taylor, would love to hear everyone's thoughts on, about to launch a project, thinking about using Ellie and Woo. Yeah, I mean, look, Taylor, Elementor and Woo is totally fine. Elementor and WooCommerce is totally fine. Can I say that I would not recommend the cloud service? Can I be a bit blunt here and say don't use the cloud? Can I say don't do that? Shall I tell you why I'm going to say don't use the cloud? Can I say why not? The reason why I'm saying don't use the cloud is because you don't get staging, right? You don't get staging site. You don't get access to the file manager, right? So if you suddenly have to start removing items from your file manager, you can't. You are also slightly limited on what plugins you can use. So my recommendation, Taylor, even though I have recommended Elemental Cloud to other people, because you're going to use WooCommerce, I'm going to say do not use that. Don't do it. Go to SiteGround, okay? I mean, Elementals now will eventually have the WooCommerce loop builder, which will be great. You got a cart and checkout add to cart widgets as well. So I would say you're totally fine using Elemental, but go for SiteGround. For that client, we were using SiteGround. I always recommend SiteGround. I'll be honest now. Whenever I have a client, I will always recommend SiteGround to them because I've not had issues over speed or reliability. And if me and the client stop working together and there's a technical issue, they can contact SiteGround and get it sorted, right? Whereas if you go to GoDaddy, you're on the phone for an hour. If you go to 123reg, IONS, one-on-one, so many of these like Bluehost. Oh my God, don't get me started on Bluehost. All of these like hosts, their customer service just keep you on hold and don't even know what you're talking about. Right, let's just get back onto the questions. Yes, Stratos, by the way, I'm not going to share the URL because it is a client's website, but it does change. When you hit the flag, it changes. So when you hit Great Britain, it goes back to Great English. When you hit the Arabic flag, Saudi Arabia, it goes to Arabic. What web? Sorry, just checking the comments that are coming in. I'm glad that helps, Aris, by the way. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the comments. Stratos says go with Bloxy and Gutenberg. Yep, that's a good idea as well. I mean, I prefer Elementor mainly because it's easier to hand off to a client. But, have a think about your end user. Yeah, I mean, Chris, I actually use Canva for 100% of our images, but I like what you're saying there. Yeah, okay, so here's what I would recommend, okay? So, Right, so here's what you need to do, Chris, okay? This is dedicated to Chris. Let's say you've got your images, mate, okay? You've got your images and you've downloaded them, right? So let's just do it here. Let's go and choose some images. Okay, here we go. We've got 4 images here, right? 4 images. Look at the size of those images. These are PNG from Canva, right? These are all images from Canva. Okay, look at the images. Look at the size of them. Give me a yay if you can see the size, okay? Right, we're going to stick them in. We're going to set the scale, bulkresizePhotos.com. Do it in Edge. It doesn't work properly in Chrome or Safari. You've got to do it in Edge. 100% size. I'm going to go with a WebP format, and I'm going to go with 85% quality. Right, watch this. 4 images, right? 4 images, okay? Watch this. We have gone from 6 megabytes to about half a megabyte. It's still relatively big or whatever. We've gone from 6 megabytes to that. Right, let's now go over to our downloads folder. Where is my downloads folder? Here it is. Let's now just open the images. Okay, so here is the converted image. This is the converted image. Now let me open the original image. Here's the original image, right? There's the original image, which is 1.5 megabytes. The copy image is 90 kilobytes. This is 1.5 megabyte. This is 90 kilobytes. Tell me if you see any difference in the quality of the images. Do you notice a drop in quality? No, and it's exactly the same size. It's exactly the same size. Look, let me prove it to you. Let's go to the original image, right? Let's get the details. Look at it. It is 1000 by 1000 pixels, right? 1000 by 1000. What's the converted image? Let's go to the info. Look at that. 1000 by 1000 pixels dimension. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. What, you noticed a change of colours? Really? Did you really notice a change of colours? Are you kidding me? I didn't notice any change of colours. Now that you've said it, I'm going to look at it. I'm telling you now, there is no change in colours. Hold on. Wait, let me do this. There is not. I think you're kidding me, right? I think they look exactly the same. I think they look exactly the same. If there was a tiny bit... I mean, look at the patterns here. Look at the marble effect on the wall. You're not getting that pixelated look. I mean, look, even the laces. Look at the laces and the holes. The dots over there. Even the lips, right? So that is a great example of... And by the way... Let me now do something even crazy. Shall I do something really, really, really crazy for you? Let me do something really, really crazy, okay? Maybe there was a tiny change, let me do something really crazy, right? Let me go to choose images, right? Let's go to downloads. Let's go to desktop. Let's go to imagine, right? Watch this, okay? Watch this. I'm going to pick up about, I don't know, how many images should we pick up? Let's go with about that many images. Let's just go with a load of images, right? A load of images, okay? Let's open that. Let's go for 100%. Let's just go for 85% quality. And let's go for WebP, right? Watch this. Remember, I've just put in a load of images, right? So let's just leave that running in the back. There's 79 images. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that running, and as soon as it's done, I'm going to come back and show you what it's done, okay? Maybe there was a tiny colour change. Maybe a tiny bit. I do only upload the WebP, and I've had a bit of grief from some people saying, yeah, but not all browsers do it. Safari does it, Edge does it, Chrome does it. Here's what I say, Chris, okay? The world has moved on. The world has moved on. And the 1% that can't handle WebP, do I care about them? And the answer is no. And here's why. Page speed performance, right? If your images are not in the WebP format, and don't forget, we're moving into a newer format at some point. I don't want to hold back. It's like when someone says to me, right, oh, my client who's got an iOS 12, right? So their phone is like 4 iOSs out of date. They can't view the images. And I go, well, tell them to update. Oh, they don't want to update their phone. And I'm like, I don't really care. I don't really care. You sure, Emmanuel, WebP does not display on your... What browser are you using? And how old is your browser? Because it should work totally fine. Yeah, exactly what Pixar says, actually. If you don't have the original file there, it is so minor, the change. It's ridiculous. And it's a bit like you know, anyone out there who doesn't have a high-def TV? Like, we have quad high-def. In some countries, you have 8K, 12K, whatever. And when you got someone who hasn't even got a high-def TV, they've got standard def. And you kind of feel like things move on. I would... For this, Chris, this is the reason I don't use the SG Optimizer, because I don't like what they do. I find the SG Optimizer is not very good at optimizing your website. That's what I have found. Time pass. Do I have any video about WordPress maintenance plans for clients to use those? Yes, to be honest, this is where you need to go if you want to know about our maintenance plans, right? Let me show you what you do. Let me get it for you, time pass, even. Let me just get it for you. Let me get it for you. This is where you need to go. Right, here we go. This is where you need to go. If you want to know about it, go there, Time Pass. I've just given you details. I'm just checking the comments. The browser's exactly what Stratos said there. Anyone that can't handle WebP, they're going to have issues with everything. So I'm like, I'm not going to wait for them. I'm not going to play catch up. I'm going to move with the times. I'm going to get things done now. I'm not messing around. Exactly, D. It is a bit like cassette tapes versus CDs versus streaming, right? The world moves on, you know, and I would say, Brian, standard dev TV, tell me about it. But Time Pass, please go and click that link. We have a copy of a breakdown of our care packages and what we charge for them and the contract for the care plans as well. We do all of that. Right, I'm just going to sorry, I'm just quickly checking something on my machine because something just fell over. It's okay. Kai, is it okay to use Short Pixel? Look, I have found that a lot of these plugins don't always work really well. Here's the thing. Number one, when you load in an image, now your resources are having to convert. Number two, it slows things down because now you can't use the image until it's finished converting. Number three, they don't always convert very well. So tiny PNG, for reporting, we got a separate module for that. I mean, for reporting, we use Google Data Studio. In fact, if you want to know about our reporting side of things, we have a separate module for Google Analytics. If you go to Mastery Modules on our website, you'll see it. You know, I do recommend people go and have a look at our website because we have got loads of stuff. And of course, don't forget to hit like if you haven't hit like already. It's massively important for the YouTube algorithm, which is super important. What was I saying? Yeah. So TinyPNG brought out a plugin which does the whole WebP conversion. I tested it and I got a video on that. I found that it was so excruciatingly slow for the same number of images. And number two, it didn't compress and reduce the size. Take care, Taylor. Great to have you here. It didn't reduce the size as much as if you just did it manually with bulkresizePhotos.com. You probably, yeah, but it depends, you see. I use Auto-Optimize to minify and clean things up. Therefore, I don't need to use an image optimization plugin. You got to think carefully here because I do find there's not many plugins out there that do everything really well. Like on a WooCommerce website, I'll have Auto-Optimize and Asset Cleanup. And I only use Asset Cleanup to stop certain JavaScripts loading on the page. Hey, no wonder, Taylor, right? You know, it was I was very, very much aware of how a lot of people were missing out or they were joining really early in the morning. And I was like, it's a bit unfair for a lot of people. So I felt like, you know, I wanted to give the opportunity for people to jump on. Well, Arnad, you don't really need an LMS. You don't really... I mean, look, I did consider an LMS, but then I weighed it up. I'm going to add in... Hey, take care, Richard. I'm going to add in a bloated system. LMS is going to come with bloat. Just to have an LMS system. And the more I thought about it, the more I was put off by it. Because all we're going to do is give you access. Now, I am considering a different way of presenting the information, and I am going to consider a course layout, but I'm still in the discovery phase for that at the moment, and I need more time to investigate that a bit better. What's my opinion of WP Rocket? WP Rocket is really, really good, but Oh, like a learning management system. So let's say Tutor LMS, or maybe you're selling courses, D. So people pay and then they have access to courses, certificates and stuff like that. I use WooCommerce, and the way it works is you can't access this page until you buy this product. So this page is locked behind a product. And then that page, I can add to it as and when I want. But you must have purchased this product whenever, now, yesterday, whenever, to access that page. Hey, Artif, how you doing? Yeah, Thinkific. Yeah. So WP Rocket is really good. But I have lost count of how many people I've worked with. They've purchased WP Rocket and their score is like this. And they're doing all the stuff. They've got the right settings, but their score is not doing well. I then come in, take off WP Rocket, put on Auto-Optimize, go through the settings. I don't change their layout. And their score goes from like 40 to 75, 80. And all I did was remove WP Rocket and put Auto-Optimize in. Now, I do recommend to anyone who cares about your page speed, don't leave it to the end, right? This is super important. Don't leave it to the end. What you need to do is monitor as you build. When you start with WordPress and you put your page builder on, Bricks, Elementor, whatever you're using, add a heading, not a header, a heading, add text heading, just a heading. Check your score. It should be 100. If not, find out why. Might be a server speed to check later. Now do your header. Hey, Mark Harris, now do your header. Your score should still be high. Now do your hero banner. Your score should still be high. And the moment your score drops from like 99 to 90, check again 5 minutes later. It's still 90, 89, 90. What's going on? Double check. What did you do? Did you add a slider? Did you add a video? Did you add a image that was not a WebP? Have you not custom loaded your fonts? Have you gone and done a container within a container within a container within a container? Or an intersection overload? Loads of them. Loads of them. What have you done? What's pulled your score down? Oh, did you make sure it was mobile responsive? Right, revisit it. Check it. Do it. Make sure you haven't got your sections overflowing. Make sure the overflow is hidden. Make sure you're countering above the fold. Because once you get into that mindset and you get it right, as you move down section by container, whatever, you will eventually get to what I like to call the perfect homepage, as perfect as it can be. And the score is really good. Really, really good. So every other page should still be pretty good as well. Give or take, what you do in there. Don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. Don't forget to do that, all right? So, okay, look, sorry, do you know something? I forgot to show you this. Didn't I? So I loaded through 79 images into bulkresizePhotos.com. 198.7 megabytes. It has gone down to 54. That is because some of these images are really big. These images are like really, really big, okay? But it has still it's dumped. It's still reduced 79 down to 50. I tell you what though, a lot of these images are super big. So it probably wasn't the greatest example I did there. But anyway, bulkresizePhotos.com is a super great tool that I strongly recommend you go away and use. By the way, did I say hi to you, Mark Harris? I think I did. Yeah, Auto-Optimize. I've got a video on it. You might want to watch this video. Here, okay. This video is really good. It's really important. It's one that a lot of people have used and have come back with success stories. So I'm going to say Page Speed 2022. You need to go and watch that video there. Subscription provides regular income on a drip feed. Auto-Optimize video. Yeah, I mean, so John, that is something we are thinking about. Like, could we run that as well? I think the problem is though, is trying to gauge the interest in it really. So I might try and I don't know, try and start something off whereby obviously our current mastery modules will stay as they are, but would we then offer like an academy kind of sleuth thing? The only trouble is though, we did try and start something similar to that a year ago, and it starts to then be like, are quite doing the live chats for everyone. And it's like on top of the workload, do we then do academy live chats as well? And that's where I'm going to be just stretched to the point of despair. But we've got to think about that. Dominic, after importing from the brick design set page the content, so the trouble is, Dominic, is that with the images as well? Yeah, Mark, I'm sure you have. You got to wait for the content, Mark. All right, that's going to take a while. I need to shave my legs. Got to wait for the content. Dominic, so are you viewing it on a monitor or a small screen, Dominic? Because that could affect how it looks, number one. Number two, are you importing the same images? So that's quite important as well. The other thing I would suggest, though, is have you contacted the developers and just says, hey, I've imported this, but it don't look as good. So get a screenshot of what they show on their website, then get a screenshot of what you see on yours. Bear in mind, though, if you're looking at it on a laptop, you're probably going to get a different visual representation than if you looked at it on a monitor on a desktop because of the size of your screen. So just take that into account because that can seriously make a difference. That can seriously make a difference. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm just checking I'm just checking the feed here. So Mark, does the design set come with a set of global styles? That's a good point as well, actually, because depending on how the template was built, you would assume that it has got a global style. You would assume that, however, I mean, I've never really used the design sets, to be honest, so I'm probably talking absolute rubbish. And I think Mark is saying that's not how they work. So I could actually be talking absolutely gobbledygook there. I'm very particular about how I build websites, and unless it's for a tutorial, I don't often like using templates. I might use it to learn. So if they've done something and I'm like, how do they do that? How do they do that? What motion effect did they do for that? What was the styling or the padding? How did they do that? I might get the template and look at it and break it, reverse engineer it, and learn from it. I might do that, but I rarely, in fact, I don't even know why I said the word rarely. I don't like using templates. I know, dear, yep, you make an ass out of you and me when you assume. I first actually learnt that in 2020. I remember, no, not 2020, 2000, the year 2000, sorry. When I was working at the council and I said it, and a colleague just turned to me and says, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. And I was like, no, I think it's a really good assumption. I said, no, I think it's a really good assumption. And it was right as well, my assumption. It did prove to be pretty good. But yeah, I really do hope that anyone who is watching this does like the new time slot that we've gone for, just to accommodate and make it more useful for people based in America. And I'm hoping that, I don't know, what time would it be for a lot of you in America now? It must be, 11:40 a.m. going on to midday. Might even be a bit earlier for some, 10:40 a.m. But but we will be back to doing it at this time on Thursday again. So Tuesday, Thursday is the evening slot. Really, Arnad, where are you based? Are you in Australia? No, where are you based? Where are you based? Whereabouts are you based? Yep, almost noon on the East Coast. Yeah, 5 hour time. 10:43. Portland, Oregon. Oh, yes. Right, okay. Does it work for you, though, at this time as well in the morning? By the way, I'm not going to make it any later because then it starts to eat into my evening time. So I pick my son up from school, get him home, get him fed, check his homework, and then I can jump onto here and get on with the live chat and stuff like that. I hope you've enjoyed some of the videos we've put out, especially with the typography one that we did last week. And also we put out a video on... what was that video I did last week? Pricing, that was it. How can you scale up your pricing? So if any of you are currently charging like $100 or $500 for a website, how can you take into account your client and their business and what they're earning, what they could potentially earn with a new website? What is that potential win for them? And how can you use that knowledge to influence your pricing? Now, some people are saying, but that's not fair. If you're going to charge $500 for a website, why does it matter how much money the client has? But it's all about scalability and about how you can't charge someone who has no money $10,000 for a website. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen, right? Whereas if there is someone who's got a business that's turning over $200,000-$300,000 a year net profit, and you're now going to charge them $10,000-$15,000 for a website build, they're probably going to be used to that. In fact, if you went to them and said, yeah, we'll build your website for $500, they're not going to want to work with you. And a lot of it comes down to the mindset, okay? Why do people who are quite well off drive really expensive cars? A car is a car. Look, let's be honest here, right? Yeah, I know cars have different speeds and different abilities, right? But like in the UK, right? You're not going to be you're not going to be racing around anyway because you're going to get done for it. But a car is a car. So why do some people, right, go and spend £80,000 on a brand new car? Why do they do that? Because they've got capital. And it's not because they're showing off, but because they want the best. They could, if they want, get a £20,000 car, but it won't be as good or kitted out as the 80,000. And that doesn't then mean, oh yeah, just because they got money, charge up. No. If you can show them that what you're going to build them, the value and the impact on their business and what it can do for them, they're probably more likely and willing to pay. Interesting to see all the times that we've got on here. So it's past midnight for Akram. Very late. But that's why Akram, the earlier ones that I do on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, will suit you better because then it would be 8 p.m. for you. But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, man, I can never get a good understanding of time zones, but the 4 p.m. though works really well for the American audience. And like I've said, the bulk of our over 40%, I think it was, of our audience that watch our videos are from the United States of America. Then it's United Kingdom, then it's India, then it's Germany, then it's Pakistan. So we go, hey Linda, great to have you. So we go United States, United Kingdom, India, Germany, and then Pakistan. The time slots are, not too bad from what we do. But for anyone who's late and hasn't joined yet, please don't forget to hit like. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. And Tuesday and Thursday, we are now going live at a new time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's back to the standard time. If you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see I've scheduled them in. So all you got to do now is pick the ones you're going to come to, and you'll be notified, okay? So you should be all okay. You should all be okay. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Mark, do you know something, Mark? I do the same as well. So if I'm working with a company from the UK, I do the same as well. I remember, though, I was... sometimes, though, there are exceptions to the rule. So I was building a website. Not building a website. Sorry, got that wrong. I was talking to someone about a website. They were based in the UK. They were a barristers, bunch of solicitors. They had pretty good turnover, very good turnover. I can't remember the values, but it was really good. And they were like, why do we have to pay more than £50, sorry, because of UK, £50 for a website? Our current website costs £50. Why do I have to pay more than £50? And I was like, you've asked people for help. Obviously, you don't like what you got. So look at what you got for £50 and now decide, do you want something better? Do you want to compete against other people? And they weren't happy with that. And I was like, oh, forget it. We're not talking. And I actually hung up on them. I was like, oh, do you know what? I haven't got time for this. And I just hung up. I just hung up on them. House returns, by the way, is stuff like, when you look at their ingoings and outgoings, what is their net profit? What have they left with? Are they left with like £1,000? Well, that's a small business. It's not even a small business. It's on the verge of bankruptcy business. So what you're looking at is when you look at their outgoing when you look at what they make minus what goes out, like taxes and all of that and other stuff, what are they left with? What are they left with? Hopefully on Friday, I'm going to have a really big video. And when I say big, it's going to be pretty big. And I'll tell you what I'm going to cover off in that video. And I hope I can get it recorded tomorrow. And I hope I can get it edited on Thursday. But it's basically going to be going off, why is it good to work for yourself? How to start a web design agency? How do you build your team? How do you manage your sales? How do you project manage? How do you get clients? How do you define your roles, your social media marketing, your pricing ladder, your price scaling? How do you consider your tools? How do you look at recurring and non-recurring income? How do you do your discovery calls? How do you charge for your discovery calls? How do you reinvest your money? And how do you become more confident and review websites? Kaboom! That's all coming out, hopefully on Friday. It's going to be a really big video, separated into sections. It's all going to be done logically, almost like, you go from here to here to here. What if you're a freelancer? What if you're a web design agency? What if you want to go from freelancer to agency, or regardless, whatever? Everything I'm going to tell you in here should apply to a lot of you. Okay, yep. So Kaya, I'm actually going to talk about that in my Friday video as well. I might as well tell you now. I actually don't see a lot of benefit in adverts. I'm going to tell you now. You will hear people say, yeah, we've had some good results. We've had some good results. That's the key bit. Not always. I remember someone spent a bit of money and they got 3 customers. So then they jacked up their second advert. They got zilch. So nearly all the profit they made from the first one just got wiped out. So I'm going to say yes and no. But Kaya, I'm going to share with you 5 ways that you can get clients. 2 of them, not so good. Not so good. And I make clear to you in the video. I call them so how to get clients. I have phases. Phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In phase 2, in phase 4, there are 5 sub-phases. And I'm going to talk to you about the sub-phases in the video. Sub-phase 1 and 2, not so good. You can use them, but not so good results. Sub-phase 3, 4, 5 can be quite not lucrative, depending on how they work for you. But I will talk about that. So maybe just hang on until Friday. if you can. Hang on until Friday. And hopefully, I've said it now. I've got to get it done, don't I? I mean, it's Tuesday now. I still have to finish off my script that I'm typing up. I've still got to record the video tomorrow. Lots of editing. When you do a video that big, you want to edit it to make sure it's to the point, with lots of in-cutting bits and pieces. And I really hope I get it out on Friday, the 2nd of December. So for a lot of you, if like 2022's not been a good year, you're going to watch that video start to finish. There's a lot of good stuff in there and it all flows from one bit to another. And you are now going to think differently about 2023. Okay? You are going to think differently about what you... Oh, no, Mark, by the way, it's nothing in the... Oh, no, Mark, the video, loads of places, I then say, but if you want more, you got to refer to the mastery module. All right, so don't worry about that. Yeah, so I'm going to talk a lot more about that, hopefully on Friday. I'm still trying to work out the best title for the video. I don't want to say how to start a web design agency, how to grow as a freelancer, I'm still trying to work out the best title because it's a bit of a weird one because it covers so much stuff. But I was going to separate it into 6 or 7 videos. And then I thought, no, it's a bit... It feels like people might look at it and feel, oh, you've just released it in stages. But I might just do it as one big one. Because I think that's going to be more useful. Yeah, take care, Mark. I think that's going to be more useful for people to just kind of watch. But you can pick and choose what you want to watch. Okay, everyone, look, I've been live for about 1 hour, 6 minutes. And I'm going to give you all a 2-minute warning. For anyone who's not been on our live chats before, I tend to go with a 2-minute warning because I've got to basically enjoy the rest of my evening. There's so much stuff video. I don't think that will work, Chris. I don't think that would work. You know, people are going to come on it expecting me to be sat there naked. And I'll be like, no, so sorry, because they misunderstood what I meant by so much stuff. Ain't going to work, mate, is it? I've got to think of a title. You know, and if any of you guys have ideas for titles, do throw them at me. But yeah, 2-minute warning, so I can go and basically I have to move a client's website from GoDaddy to SiteGround. So touch wood that all goes okay, because GoDaddy's been an absolute pain for them. Keep telling them, get off GoDaddy. And number 2, I've got to finish my script and check that all the details are right so that tomorrow I can start recording it. I really want to get it recorded. Absolutely, Mark, there will be a beast of a timeline. I'm even going to put, you know, when I sigh and I go, I'll even put that as a timestamp, you know, kind of thing. But there will be a timestamp for that. It's going to have a beast of it. And by the way, I'm going to try and make it be a bit more of an upmarket video as well, by the way, Mark. So, you know, when I'm talking, I want to have words that come in as well. So like it might have boom, 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 words come in, keywords kind of thing. Intercut with the odd, you know, stock video or whatever. I want to make it really, really damn good. Because I want it to be an evergreen video. So whether you watch it now or next year or wherever, I want it to be something that people watch if they're now wanting to take that leap or link. I don't have a link for that. Sorry, D. Actually, if you go to my website, in fact, I'll give you this. Sorry, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a moment. I'm going to give you something. If you click this D, it might work or help you. This... Wait a minute. I've got to wait for it to open. Wait a minute. Here you go. Artif, how you doing? Why am I saying how you doing? I already said hi to you. What did I say that for? Yeah, okay, D. You click that link. Okay, there will be a timeline on it. Don't worry about that. And yeah, and I'm glad the time shift worked for you, Chris. And by the way, thank you very much for putting the idea in my head. Because I kept thinking, do I go one or the other? What do I do? I mean, as soon as you said it, I was like, why didn't I think of that? Why did I not think of that? Ha. Trust me, mate. Trust me. It wouldn't be upmarket if it was. Right, it wouldn't be. No probs, D. Okay, everyone, I'm going to say goodbye now, okay? I'm going to go over and check my son is still alive. I've got to finish my script. I've got to get on with other stuff. Asanka, I'm about to go now. It was so great to have you. Please don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like, even though I'm about to go, Asanka. I'm so sorry. I'm about to shoot off now. I need to get on with other stuff and check my son's okay. Go and eat as well. It's 5 p.m. now for me here as well. I will be back at 4 p.m. UTC GMT time on Thursday. So for anyone on American time, if you can't make it to our standard live chats on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, please come along to the Tuesday, Thursday one. Hey, thanks, Asanga. I'm really glad that you're liking them. I'm always thinking about you all, right? When we do the videos, I'm thinking about what is going to work and be great for you. But I'm really hoping you are all going to love the Friday video that comes out, which is going to be all about how to waste your money. Sorry, how to be a great web designer. Okay, everyone, take care. I'll see you. Well, I'll see some of you tomorrow, and I'll probably see some of you on Thursday. Take care. Bye.